Hi, everybody. This is Nancy Lieberman, two-time Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer. And I want to thank all of the media, our friends, people who have been so supportive of us, that you would hop on this virtual media call today. And I've been really proud to be on the board for the Basketball Hall of Fame. And today is really very, very special. When you have somebody, who is so connected to the game, and someone who, as our leader, our CEO and our president, John DeLeva, there's so much excitement that has been building around today. So without further ado, I am going to send it over to John DeLeva, again, president and CEO of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
Good morning to everybody else that's on the call. I'm sitting here in the Hall of Honor here at the Hall of Fame. And of course, we're honoring 430 Hall of Famers. And really, we're celebrating the best that the game has here in the Hall of Honor. But the Basketball Hall of Fame also reaches out and does different things and to expand the game. We have several games that are going on right now, collegiate games around the country in November and December. We're in 8 different cities. We've got our great Hoop Ball Classic in January. As an institution, this Hall of Fame is not one that looks in the rearview mirror. Most museums do, but this Hall of Fame, we certainly are respectful and reverential to history, but we also are very contemporary. We do a lot of contemporary things. And the great thing about today is we are announcing a partnership, really a friendship after all the discussions we've had with Ice Cube, with an award that takes a look at people that are in their own communities, utilizing basketball as a lever to improve their communities, to help kids grow, to lead to entrepreneurship, to really use basketball as a tool to make sure that kids are on the straight and narrow. And I don't think there's anybody better than Ice Cube to do that. He certainly is someone that is world renowned, but he also loves the game. He grew up playing the game. He talks about teaching his kids the game. He's a super fan of the NBA. He is a guy that has utilized basketball in his music and in his movies. And he's very, very authentic, I think, when we have this conversation about coming together as two organizations to create an award that recognizes around the world. Really, we're going to have a consideration of around the world, people that are doing great things in their own space and leading to great outcomes in their own communities. If we could put the logo up of the Impact Award, it's called the Ice Cube Impact Award. And this first award will be given over Martin Luther King weekend at our Hoop Ball Classic event, which is the nation's #1 high school event. Ice Cube will be with us. And the first award will be given to Ice Cube himself for what he's done and what he and the Hall of Fame are working to do together to bring this award to the highest level and really motivate people to use the game in a very positive sense. So Ice Cube will be here in Springfield to receive the first award over Martin Luther King weekend at Hoop Ball Classic. I've seen the first rendition of the actual physical award. It's very cool. We'll be unveiling that at Hoop Ball Classic. We'll also have a permanent exhibit here at the Basketball Hall of Fame that will talk about Ice Cube and his contributions to the game. And in the future, the first award given out will be in January of 2026 to a recipient. That recipient's story will also be told at the exhibit we have here at the Basketball Hall of Fame. So those that are being recognized will share an exhibit with Ice Cube here at the Hall of Fame. And again, that's a permanent exhibit. Giving it at Hoop Ball Classic, Cube will be here, and he will be interacting both with the teams that are here, the young people that are here. He'll be interacting with the community of Springfield, Massachusetts. This is where the game was invented. Obviously, everybody on the call knows that. It is not a wealthy community, specifically where exactly that first gymnasium was. So coming here and spending time in Springfield and understanding the history of the game and understanding the city of Springfield is very important, I think, to get a baseline really for what this award can mean to everyone that's out there working with young people and making their dreams come through via basketball. So I am very pleased for this partnership to happen. We've had a great group of people on both sides, the Hall of Fame side, the Cube side. Todd Radom is our designer extraordinaire, who's been involved with the Hall of Fame for a long time. It's really a first-class group of people that have come together to create this award, create this celebration. And I would now like to introduce Ice Cube, to have him share some comments and thoughts about this award. Being housed at the Basketball Hall of Fame in a permanent exhibit, and really what his vision is for what he wants to do and what he wants to see people doing to be able to be eligible for this award. And really, again, a lever and recognition for people very deep in their own communities that are doing great works around basketball. And basketball offers so many opportunities. So Ice Cube, if you'll jump aboard, there he is. Welcome.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. I've been, blown away, ever since I knew that this award would really come to pass and really would become a reality. Never in my wildest dreams, growing up, loving the game, playing the game, and being a super fan of the game. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would ever have an award named after me in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. So, just as a person, as a fan of the game, it's just an honor that I can't even put in words. I felt the same way when I knew we were, as a group in NWA, going to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's something you don't grow up thinking about. You think, I just want to be a part of music. I want to have a good career. I want to be an artist people care about, and make an impact. And then, being bestowed with that honor was something that knocked me off my feet. And this, being bestowed with this award and then the award going forward, Ice Cube Impact Award, it blows me off my feet to another level, because sports is something that I've always enjoyed, and I've always understood the significance of sports, and basketball in particular, which is my favorite sport. It never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would even get a chance to visit the Hall of Fame, let alone have an award and a display inside the great Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. And so, it's still, some that I'm wrapping my head around, and I'm very touched in my heart that I would even be considered. I want to thank everybody who stepped forward and made this a reality. Also want to thank my partner, Jeff Quantnitz. He's a guy who co-founded the Big Three with myself, and no way, shape, or form would we be in the Hall of Fame without Jeff and his passion and his blood, sweat, and tears, right along with myself. And we love the game. I've been loving the game since I was a little kid, and I couldn't play because my brother is 9 years older than me, and him and his friends were too rough, and I couldn't play. And I would sit in the window and cry to my mother, and wish I was bigger, wish I was stronger, wish I could play. And so I remember being in that window, looking at them battle in the backyard, 2-on-2 games, 3-on-3 games. But I just wished and dreamed I could be out there. And then one day I got big enough to go out and play. And I was actually on the court. And I just remember those moments and how much joy the game has brought me. So, to go through that and play, and I'm pretty sure Nancy's going to get into all this, but I'm just, like I said, it's hard to put it into words how much I'm humbled and appreciative, and it's just a great honor for me and my family.
Thank you, Ice Cube. And so before we start the Q&A with the media, I would like to kind of share just a couple of thoughts. Okay, first, how many people in this world get to be a Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer, especially as a female, and then get to have Ice Cube in her life as her boss and her friend? Cube, you're amazing. I mean, since I met you, you're a great dad, you're a great husband, you're a great boss, you're a great leader, you're a man of faith, you're kind. And, for me to be able to share this experience is very profound. I'm not quite sure how we were brought together in this world, but it was by basketball. So my experience with Cube is this: through the big three, the reason you're getting this award and it's in your name is because what he's done for fans, what he's done for players, what he's done for coaches. He created a league. I mean, you and Dr. Naismith now have something in common. It's hard to create a league. A lot of people play in it or own it or coach in it, but you actually started a league, which is pretty unbelievable. You're a force for equality, and this award aligns with your values that help society every single day. So you've always been to many a cultural leader and an innovator. So with that, I'm going to start with a couple questions here from the media, for the media. When you're a Hall of Famer and you wait by the phone and you've had a good career, but you're nervous as heck because you're waiting for that phone to ring, right? In any Hall of Fame sport, it's kind of nerve-wracking. So what was that moment like for you when you got the phone call from the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame informing you about the award? And can you tell us the discussions that took place, with you and Jeff, and how you felt learning that you were going to have this incredible honor? Cube. Can Cube hear me on this?
We are having some technical difficulties on Ice Cube's side. He's hopping back on right now, so stay tuned.
Okay, so Cube is hopping back on, and I'll roll the question whenever he's there back on.
Hello.
Okay, so Cube is back with us. Cube, did you hear the question that I mentioned?
Apologize.
Did you hear the question? Would you like me to read it again?
Yeah, I'm trying to connect back. I can't see anybody. I did not hear the question.
Okay, until you get hooked up, can you maybe just answer this question? There you go. Kind of take us back to the moment that you received the phone call from the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame informing you about this award. And can you tell us the discussions that took place with the Hall, with you and Jeff, and how you felt learning about this incredible honor?
Okay, can you guys see me? Because I can't see anybody. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. The Hall of Fame contacted my team, and then we just got into discussions on what would the award entail.
Are you there? Okay, please just bear with us right now. We're having some technical difficulty, but we will work it out. And
John, could you answer that question about on your side?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to give a lot of credit to Nancy. We were talking earlier before the call started, is that the Hall of Fame, would love to hook up with a celebrity who loves the game, and again, we found the individual that has grown up with the game, that has again the super fan, the founding of the Big Three, being the first Black owner of a league in the current era is profound, and his impact on the game and the number of people that follow him and the number of people that follow him because of basketball, it made complete sense. And we wanted to reach out and find a person. What I was really impressed about Cube was he was very committed to the history of the game, not just the current game, but he really had a great respect for the history of the game and how the game has moved forward. And he's obviously creating his own history going forward with the game. So you kind of put all that together, and it made a lot of sense to have this partnership. I'm also impressed that he's committed to unearthing people around the country and around the world that are utilizing this game to, as I said before, really change lives, to protect people, to have communities grow. And so this award really was kind of an easy combination once we got going, of his energy and his love of the game, and the Hall of Fame as a platform to kind of authenticate that. You combine those two together, and 1 + 1 = 3. So I appreciate the frank discussions we've had. I appreciate him being on every phone call and Zoom that we've had, designing all of the awards and the criteria and the exhibit. I mean, this is something that's very personal for him, and that's what makes it exciting for us. Another celebrity might come and pose for a selfie here at the Hall of Fame and move on. Ice Cube is very dedicated to not only this award, but this institution and growing the game. So, that's what I'm very excited about with this award.
We have Cube back right now. And Cube, I mean, everything that John just mentioned, can you put it in your words? Hall of Famers sit by the phone and we just wait, hopefully, for that call. What was that like for you? And I know your team, as you mentioned, was brought into this, but when you learned that truly this was going to happen, what were your feelings?
It's just an honor that's hard to really put into words, especially when you first hear about it. First, you wonder, okay, is this real? Is this really gonna happen? And then the more and more, me and John talked, and then we talked to the team at the Hall of Fame. It was just an amazing sense of, I'm humbled. It's hard to put it into words, Nancy, to be honest, because it's something that I respect the Hall of Fame, about as much as any institution that's out there. Hall of Fame means the cream of the crop. And, when we first started putting the game together, we wanted to have credibility. We wanted to have class. We wanted to honor the heroes that we love to see play, in all eras. Even heroes we didn't get a chance to see play that much. We know that if they make it to the Hall of Fame, they've done what they needed to do to put the game first. And so we started with our Hall of Fame coaches in the league. And so I just knew this would go to great credibility of what we've done. We haven't got a lot of love that we believe we should have gotten from the media, sports media. But when you get the Hall of Fame saying what you've done is significant, not only significant, but significant on the highest level, it just blows you back, because we started this as fans. We just wanted to see more basketball. We wanted to see guys that we knew was out the NBA. We knew they still had game, and that they had a fan base, and people still wanted to see them. And we was like, yo, it started off as a dream. And then we dedicated ourselves for a year. When I say we, I add Jeff Quanton into that. Dedicated ourselves for a year to vision what this league would look like. How could we treat athletes better than all the other leagues? How can we empower coaches and players and fans, and how can we make the game more interesting, and how could we have just a league where the players and coaches loved the league and they enjoyed being a part of it. So doing this work, we realize how much we've done for mental health, when it comes to players, and how much we've done, to push the game forward. In a good way, not just because we are cocky and we got a league, but the fact that this is best. This is what's better for the players. This is better for the fans. This is better for the coaches. And just having the courage to implement it and do it before other leagues said it was okay. You never think you're going to end up, with any kind of impact in the Basketball Hall of Fame. You just love the game and want to push it forward. And so I'm still trying to put it into words, Nancy, on how this is making me feel.
I want to go back. You said a powerful word to me, profound. So we're talking about an impact not only on the world, but on kids and sports and mental health, and helping athletes continue their career. So do you ever look back at when you were at the YMCA and you were playing ball and you were just, trying to knock down shots? I know you said you competed against your brothers, but can you look at that young guy back then and where you are today and say, wow, I mean, this God is good. This is amazing that I get to use. Oh my gosh, that is unbelievable, that picture.
12 years old right there.
Who's that kid?
Long socks.
Tell me about that kid, Ice Cube. Who is he to you today?
Oh man, a dreamer. Somebody who loved to compete. I loved to play sports. Before I got into music, that's the only thing that was on my mind was sports. I played basketball, Pop Warner football. I played high school football. Tried to play high school basketball, but the coach was hating on me a little bit, because I was late because I was playing football. But anyway, just grew up loving the game. I remember, the butterflies I would get, walking into the crowded gym, full of, parents and friends, everybody standing around waiting for the game, waiting for my game, you know, hoping and wondering and wishing I had a good game, guarding, one of the best players in the league. I remember when I was 12 years old, I hit a game-winning shot, and the ref called traveling on me, and it was not a travel. Now they call it a Euro step. Back then, it was a travel. So, just those vivid memories of the joy it would bring when you beat someone in the game, and the agony of defeat when you knew you should win but you lost. It's just, to me, it toughens you up. It's like when you first realize that you have to stand on your own, is not playing in the street with your friends, but when you actually playing an organized game with refs and rules, and you gotta adhere to everything. You really learn what kind of player and person you are.
All right, so you grew up, you have this itch to play sports. And I know you and I have spoken about this on many occasions. I want to go back to the Big Three. It's going to go in 2024. It's in its 7th year. I've been a part of you, working for you for 6 years. Like when you and Jeff were sitting around, like the impetus for you starting this league, and then reflect back on those 7 years. What are you most proud of?
Most proud of not only doing the league at a high level, but also being very innovative. When we hired you as a coach, I was hoping you would want to do it, and you asked me, why me? Why are you on me? Are you checking a box? And I was like, no, I think you can win. And by you coming in and winning the championship your first year, it proved to me what I already knew, that if you know the game and you know how to communicate and you could teach the game, gender doesn't matter. It's really about, are you a coach, and can you communicate, and do you know the game, and are you a winner? And to me, that proved what everybody has been talking about for years and contemplating, that if you know the game, you should be a coach. Men, women, don't matter. And so by us proving that, and then Lisa Leslie coming back behind you the next year, doing the same thing, winning the championship, at the end of the day, that's probably got to be the proudest moment, is proving that point of, it's not about, how you was born. It's about what you can do.
Well, I was also thinking about this question for you. When you did hire me or Lisa to coach in your league, to me, one of the most profound things was you gave us equal pay with Dr. J, Gary Payton, and Rick Barry, and Rick Mahorn, and all of George Gervin, all the other great coaches in this league. And I remember you saying to me, and I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much tell your agent you'll make what those guys make. And I believe that was the first time I had ever really heard that from somebody. So, much like the Big Three and you and the Basketball Hall of Fame, y'all are viewed as leaders in the sports community in advancing inclusivity, equal opportunity in sports, what we do for young people. John mentioned, the basketball games that are happening right now on TV, which is what the hall is a part of producing. So it's not only the impact on the court, but it's the impact off the court. What do you see that are the aligned values of you, the big three, the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, and what do you want to do together as we go forward?
Well, what's great about sports, you look at the world today and it's so divided. It's divided. There's wars all over the country. I mean, all over the world. There's wars. There's politics divide us. It's so many things that divide us, and what brings us together? Sports. And sports in a lot of ways is the equalizer. You got the rules, you got the ball, you got your skills. What can you do? And so we wanted to further that, and be, equality is part of the whole struggle. But being a part of music, which music brings people together, being a part of movies, films bring people together, and sports bring people together. It's in my DNA to figure out how, to connect us, and how do we solve some of these problems that tend to just erode our happiness, outside of sports and outside of music and outside of films and things like that. And so, actually having the power to make a league where equality was, just as important as wins and losses, especially when you start from scratch. We started in 2017. There's no reason why the model shouldn't be progressive and move the game forward and not, kind of be held to those standards of old, but to forge new standards.
So now, Cube, we're going to open this up to the media for questions. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of questions about you and the Impact Award. The home will be in the Naismith Hall of Fame, which is one pretty darn cool. And then to be able to give it out on Martin Luther King Day, and then being able to touch the lives of all the young kids that are going to be playing in the basketball tournament. And so with that, John joins us, but we'd like to open this up to the media to ask us some questions about, Ice Cube, the Naismith Hall of Fame, anything on his influence on social issues, the importance of the Impact Award. And first and foremost, we thank the media for taking time to be on this call. So have at it. He'll answer any question you want.
We'll now open this up to media, like Nancy said. So if you want to either raise your hand or send a message in the Q&A, I will call on you. But I know we have a message already sent from Jason Jones, so I'll allow you to talk. So go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, what's up, Q? Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Nancy, how you doing?
Yes.
Just Cube, I wanted to, right now you're celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and clearly hip hop has had a great impact beyond music and just society, sports, and whatnot. Just what does this honor say about the influence that the culture has had beyond music and be able to impact communities and kind of just touch the world as a whole?
Well, I think when it comes to hip hop, it's, to me, it opens up a lot of doors. It opens up a lot of, that entrepreneurial spirit that, sometimes is lacking in our communities. I think hip hop has opened some of those doors for people to have, the courage to step in areas that we wasn't, necessarily welcome. But we've, kind of found a way to express ourselves, make an impact. I think we've made an impact on the game for the better. You think of basketball and hip hop. It goes together so well, and so I think it's helped the sport. That's why in the Big Three we take the game very serious. We don't want to do anything to cheapen or to mock the game. But then the music and the cross of culture and we have as much fun with that or more than any other league. So we understand that it goes together. They both enhance each other, and so this is a perfect way to celebrate the connection of music and sports and culture. And I feel like I'm me being a person in the center of that, and couldn't happen to a better guy.
Next question.
Go ahead, Alex.
Hey everyone. Hey Cube, congratulations on the award. My
Thanks,
question
man.
for you, looking ahead to the award presentation at the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame on MLK Day this January, what message do you hope to convey to inspiring players, fans, and those who may be inspired by your journey in the world of basketball and beyond?
Well, we thought, the word impact was important, to me, of course, positive impact. The world is about action. It's not about sitting around and waiting for somebody else to do it. It's about, having action and moving the needle. And so if you see something you can have an impact on, a positive impact on it, and you're passionate about it, go for it. This is what we did with the Big Three, and this is what it's all about. It's about making a positive impact, seeing where you can, jump in there and, move things along. Whether it's the game of basketball or just the game of life. Make a positive impact and try to, move the needle and make change. That's really what it's all about. And so that's the message I'm gonna deliver is, if you're gonna go for it, put your total effort behind it. And there's nothing wrong with making an impact for positive change. So go for it.
Michael Pearson, you're next.
Hey Cube, how you doing? It's Mike Pearson with Sirius XM NBA Radio. Hey, so
How you doing?
Good. We've seen the impact that you've had on retired players. Can you just talk about what it's like to see the current players support your league?
Yeah, we've lessened the age limit. So we've had an impact not only on players that retired from the NBA, but players who still looking for their shot. Players who have played around the world. what's great is to see a guy get on the big stage and perform and be able to stick his chest out, and that he was able to let the world know that he can hoop. He still got it, or he deserves a shot, at another level. It does so much for guys, and their, like I said, mental health. Guys have honed their skills for years, and they've been playing since they were very young. And to get to a point where some guys are in their 30s and they're told, it's time to hang it up and think about something else, and they're not quite ready to. It's great to see them continue their career on the big stage, and in front of their fans. And it's also great to see a guy who felt like he didn't get his shot for whatever reason. He didn't get a good look in a training camp or whatever, be able to show what he's got, what he has on a major stage, with playing with champions, with Hall of Famers, with all stars, with first round picks, showing that he has the skills to play with those guys. So it, to me, is just great for basketball all around. And the guys that's in the league that support guys like Jaylen Brown, it just shows the future of what the league can be. Of far as, you never know, you may have more current NBA players wanting to play in the big three, and we'll welcome that.
Thank you.
Ivan Thomas, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Cube, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
This is Ivan Thomas with EUR Web. You talked a bit about, pretty much just alluding to the congruence between, music and sports and even the film industry with regards to how it promotes inclusivity and diversity. And, we always have known you as a forward thinker, and, you've already merged, hip hop culture and music into the big three. How do you foresee, if you thought about it, potentially merging?
Hello?
You're there.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't hear the end of that question. Merging what?
Yeah, how have you thought about potentially merging the three together? The film, I'm sure you've already probably thought about it, but the film aspect with hip hop music and sports, merging those three together.
Oh, well, to me, there's a lot of different ways that we already merging, but of course there's more. To me, they all go together, and you can't have one without the other. These games are already on film. We already do great highlights. You put music on it. With the basketball moves and the amazing athletic abilities. It all goes together, like a fine meal. So, of course, there's ways to enhance that. We see, there's movies we can make off of this. There's, of course, music that can be made. And, of course, the games are great. So we just feel like, it's already there. It's just us looking for different ways to present it. But yeah, it's going to go on and probably even get more intricate. As the big three grows, we want to do festivals and have the league, spill out outside the arena into, into the adjoining cities. So we're gonna have fun with it.
Do we have any more questions for Cube or John? If not, I'm going to bring Nancy and John back on. Take it away, Nancy.
You. Again, my closing remarks are this to the media. We really appreciate your time, your effort, the fact that you would want to hop on this call to hear what the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame and Ice Cube are doing with this Impact Award. We're announcing it today, but the profound effect that it's going to have for years to come, you can only have vision. You have to have vision for how it's going to affect young people, the history of the game, which is why we have this enormous museum with John, who is our leader of that. But I do want to say this again, in thanking the speakers, the attendees, the media for this virtual event. This is historic. This is just not another award. This is huge that we're going to have this Impact Award. This is what Ice Cube has done for his entire span of a lifetime and his career in basketball and in society. I would suspect that this will continue to grow each and every year as we get recipients of the award and as it grows in its vision. So I do want to thank you, Ice Cube, for being elite, amazing in everything you do in your life. John, thank you for your vision. Thank you for your strength. And thank you for the inclusivity to have, in my opinion, and I don't know, but it's the first time we've ever had somebody of Ice Cube's magnitude have an award in a major sports Hall of Fame. So congratulations to you in the Hall for making this decision. And I want to thank Jeff Quantenance for everything he does every step of the way. So everybody, please be well. God bless you. And we wish you the best in all you do.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, Cube.
I just want to thank John again and the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Nancy, for doing this. But I really appreciate this, John. It's an honor that, like I said, it's really hard to put into words because it's just such a great thing. It's such great recognition, and it's just something I'll never forget, and I really appreciate it. And if you look at the logo, it's the hands are how you help a guy off the court. When a guy falls on the court and he reaches for a hand up, usually that's the grasp that the player that's standing helps him up with. And so we want to use this award to help people up and put spotlight on people who are helping others get up off the court and play another game. So really appreciate this from the bottom of my heart, me and my family, and I got to thank my guy Jeff Quantenance, because without him I wouldn't be here.
Well, great, thank you. I mean, obviously, our desire is to celebrate the past, but we also at the Hall of Fame want to inspire the future. And I think with this award, we got the right team together. We got the right vision for focusing on how we can inspire people down the road to utilize basketball even more as a catalyst for change and a catalyst for growth in their own communities. So thanks to everybody, all the group that's worked together. Nancy, thank you for hosting us today. We're just getting going. I'm very excited about unveiling everything at Hoop Hall Classic over Martin Luther King weekend here in Springfield, Massachusetts. And it'll be a very exciting weekend. Stay tuned.
And it was a good day. So thank you, Q, for putting your words to this moment.
Thank you, everybody.
You guys.
Thank you.
The recording of this event will be made available via press release. That'll go out earlier this afternoon. Thank you, everybody.